won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're heading straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me. Dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me where you I know I'm not the easiest to love. I thought I would at least be worth a shot. Instead you gave up on me 2 months in, 'cause my flies were too hard to deal with. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? If you did, we wouldn't be in this place.
to the beautiful Boise State Esports Arena, where you're watching our coverage of some Mountain West Valorant in the spring of 2023 season. As always, we have Boise State facing off against Hawaii in what is going to be the final season or final matchup of the regular season in the Mountain West. This is the last matchup to happen between Boise State and Hawaii. As always, with Hawaii, there's the mention of, if you remember about a year ago, there's some rivalry happening between these two teams, but this is a fairly new team that has yet to really face this team of Hawaii, who has been known to be rather dominant in the past beforehand. Now, I'm your host, Colin Junkin, and I'm joined to call action with Noah Gadara with some Valorant that he loves so very much. In your experience with Boise State's team, what do they need to do to make sure they secure the W against this Hawaii team?
They need to make sure that they are checking their corners. They've definitely struggled with that. I feel like it's kind of beating a dead horse at this point, that like there are a bunch of times where Broncos don't check their corners and then all of a sudden they get wiped. But also they just need to have good communication. We've seen these moments where like we have a fantastic omen blinds into, you know, like a 3K by somebody else on the team. Just using your utility, your ultimates in a good way to definitely, you know, make sure that you're not wasting it, using it to the maximum of its potential.
100% agree, because last time we were on a desk catching a Valorant match, it felt like they sort of did do that, where there was less of that present in terms of they took a lot more fights in the safer fashion that were double peeking, swinging it, not dry peeking the angles all the time. It felt a little more concise, a little more prepared, and not playing in a sort of blank mindset. But of course, that's our advice here on the desk, but we also have a better form of advice that we have in Doc's Keys to the Game, which in Valorant is to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and dominate angles. Some of the things we sort of talked about beforehand. And Doc's Keys to the Game are brought to us by Drop In Gaming. Drop In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition, play favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming is the right games for you. To begin your competitive journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
Definitely going to be making sure that you use your econ well. That can be like the death knell for some teams, is that, you know, they, you know, buy an operator and then all of a sudden they, you know, that person, the jet or whoever, just doesn't get a kill. Doesn't get an elimination, and then next thing you know, the other team has that operator, and you've just completely destroyed your econ. So we'll have to see how both teams play it out. Yeah,
and definitely as you see while those cameras are rotating a little bit, you may have saw a different face than what we see normally. That might be sitting in that chair specifically. Would be Daimyo is currently out, and then for our sub-in is Maze. That'll be our sub-in specifically for Daimyo. We've seen Maze a couple times before. I know off stream they did play as well last night, and then I believe we saw them, at least out of my memory, a couple weeks ago, I think like 2 or 3. So they're definitely not really – they're not new to the team. They've definitely been around long enough. They have the chemistry built up. And through the words of sort of Doc Haskell, again, outside of Doc's Keys of the Game, Maze is not a character that's – or a person that's looked up at as a sub. It is more looked up as a sort of – the wild
Sixth
card,
man?
the wild card you can throw.
Card.
The wild card you can throw in, that sort of to throw teams off, right? Because you may get so used to playing against the play style that is our normal 5-person roster that when you switch it up and throw a single person in there, they're going to play a different way, and the team's going to play a different way. So it can shake things up and move it around. In terms of maps, we on desk have no idea. Well, I can put a guess in for Ascent for the first map.
Yeah, I was about to say that the Ascent floating gives me a hint that it probably is Ascent, or they just really like the map.
Yeah, it could be a prediction. I honestly think I think it probably will be, just because from my memory of last year when we played Hawaii in the Mountain West Finals too, Ascent was a big part of that as well. That was a massive contention map of like, how will this perform, how Hawaii perform, because last time when we played Hawaii the first time around in Mountain West series, they smoked us. They 2-0'd us, and then we come back around for the Mountain West Finals, we end up catching the W. So in Ascent Ascent was map 3, ended up going into OT and all that stuff. It was a super intense matchup. So that's what I sort of alluded to about earlier, with there being some history so far. But going off the team's records, UNLV 4-0. BSU is next with the 2-1. CSU is 2-2. USU is 1-3, and Hawaii is 0-3. So Hawaii is really in a position right now to not. They're playing this game to not go on a losing season, like a real losing season of 0-4. Like that's a pretty deteriorating and morally destroying record to have. I've definitely been there before. I know what it's like to have a losing record. It's not fun to be in that situation, and Boise State's trying to keep their record, that second place. There's no way they can match UNLV now because UNLV is undefeated, but this is the last matchup to be played. So it's up to Boise State and Hawaii to decide the final sort of rankings here.
Mathematically, the Broncos are looking better than Hawaii right now, just in terms of wins and losses. So if we had to make a the most milquetoast prediction of all time, probably would be that the Broncos are taking it. However, we have seen that this Boise State Valorant squad really loves to crank out the rounds. They really love to take it, 13-11. Sometimes even going as 8 times overtime. Just for fun, getting that experience. I don't know if that's necessarily on purpose, but it seems to always happen.
They're a content team,
They're a content team.
They're real content driven,
Raking up the frags.
Yeah, raking up the frags. You really, it's sort of like when your teammate says if we're about to win, if the score is 13-4 and we're about to win, but I need 3 more kills to go positive, I'm gonna be like, hey, can we throw a couple rounds? So, I can help my KD out a little bit. But as we prepare to sort of get this matchup started real quick, we're going to take a look at some quick messages, and hopefully after these messages, you'll be back here with us. We'll see you after these ones.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here in Idaho, we do things a little differently. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. Next, always use fry sauce. I mean, why wouldn't you? Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. We call it pop, not soda. We always put a lift on our pickups. And we always buckle up because we still have a lot we want to do, and I'm guessing you do too.
welcome back to the Boys v Esports Arena, where, as you talked about before, we are back with some Mountain West Valorant, where we are watching the final matchup of the 2023 Spring Mountain West season here for Valorant, where it's going to be Boise State facing off against Hawaii. Boise State looking to advance their record to hold on to this second place lineup, or second place spot they're looking to hold, whereas Hawaii's looking to not go 0-4 this season, looking to hold off another, or not looking to hold off, but looking to advance a little bit farther. And before we sort of went out to break here, setting off this matchup, there was a topic that I didn't super get into yet, but it was something interesting of, if Boise State loses, second and third place will be tied. Because then Hawaii will be 1-3, same as CSU, and then Boise will be 2-2, same as I'm forgetting SU. I'm forgetting the second team, but third, third, third place would be tied, which I found a little interesting in terms of, I feel like that doesn't really happen. And how does that even work with seeding-wise? I imagine there's a point system you probably get down to at the end of the day, but we are getting ready to head up into the matchup, with Ascent more than likely being the first matchup that we're going to see.
Yeah, Broncos very comfortable on that map. They really like to play it, especially as the first map if they get the choice. I feel like they probably have a better win rate than loss rate on that map. So yeah, it would be a strong start for the Broncos. Hopefully, not a 13-11 round, something a bit more convincing, but we'll have to find out. So I feel like it is Ascent, as I never noticed there's just a pile of fish there.
Yeah, fish market.
Fish market.
And then
gelato.
La Crusca.
Fruit.
Workshop.
Yeah, workshop.
Bite.
A bunch of boxes.
I imagine we'll see a very similar team composition that we've seen in the past: a Sova, an Omen, a KO, a KJ, and probably a Jet.
Yep, Rurion and KJ. Sky's probably on the Jet.
Well, actually, no, we do have the sub in here. This could be a mix-up.
Could be a mix-up.
Could be a mix-up.
Although I feel like it's just going to be
somebody else. Will
probably
have the role. Yeah. No.
We'll have to see,
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
When we see a beautiful fly-through of Ascent, it is, I think it's a very pretty map, but for some reason it's up in the air. I don't know what the lore implications of that are.
Yeah, that one I don't know. It's definitely the strangest for that reason. It's probably got something to do with Radianite.
It's when in doubt, Radianite.
When in doubt, Radianite. That's exactly what we're going for here. Looking at the team comps, it is exactly as we predicted going on to it. Almost the same mirror comp from side of Hawaii, but instead of an Omen, they're going with an Astra, which definitely lets me know this team is going to have to be looking for to be really coordinated to really make this Astra work. Not that the Astras aren't in meta anymore. They're just simply not as strong as they are, and they still require your Astra to be very knowledgeable and to either somebody communicate and command the Astra, or for the Astra to communicate and command in that sense. Looking like a split defense so far with no strong side besides mid. As we're going to be advancing, and they're going to immediately take out 2 for the side of Boise State.
So far, a good start for the Rainbow Warrior. Fight the Holloway. Guys will get the better of that creative, so will Rariana. It's evened up, and now there's Spike on A. Blinds coming through from J-Bag. We're going to have to see if this is a successful retake. It's looking like a good shot. Taken out. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Skies is left on the Sova and get the defuse.
Even getting those 2 picks super fast and one defaulting toward a little bit toward mid. Even so, Boise State able to trade out effectively. Nevertheless, clutch this round.
Blind doesn't find anything, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is that J-Bag finds a trade here, gets the headshot at the very end, and then Skies finishes it.
Yep. Knowing exactly where the last of this KO is really important, which is a really big thing. Taken by J-Bag, taking some time. I don't need to flick. I don't need to get a headshot right now. I just need to secure the kill. We actually do have makes most sense seeing as J-Bag so main, but they've got a little free on this cat rush. On the peak is gonna get the frenzy kill on J-Bag and get a bulldog for it.
Mariana with the Nerf gun. Gonna be looking to do some lethal damage though. Smoke's coming through. Does Mariana push that? No. Thinks better of it. Skies with the Ares is looking for a lineup. Won't find anything quite yet. It's a delayed A push, but across the map, Hawaii is split.
A little bit of information. Maze is going to get one. Alderman's going to get traded out. Maze
Spike down
right
A.
there. This guy's going to get one of the Ares, and Maze going to get 2 more. Good for 4 on that round.
Classic,
Yeah,
I think.
classic.
That's a classic play.
That was really weird because the way I'm not entirely sure how it happened, but the 4th kill was listed before the 3rd kill. If you look at the kills.
Small indie company, man, I'm telling you.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Covering it.
Yeah.
Unless Maze right there, I didn't know what to do.
I don't know. But this is a good start for the Broncos. Already on a good defense. Kind of matching the slow tempo of Hawaii. The Warriors will look to find another 8-point lines coming through. Lots of utility use. They use Alden taken out though. And now they're going to have to rush over and defend this site.
A lot of info right now. However, Hawaii does have rifles currently. Apparently, he can't wait for it. The drone's taken out. J-Bag trying to get the headshot. Isn't able to get it. Gino good for 1 more here. This guy's going to hold this angle here.
Spike planted.
Throwing the dart line up. It's going to get good hands here. Going to spam a little bit. Get more damage. Rebound to the peak.
Last
good for
player
1.
standing.
Everybody's going to get the trade. However, though, now it's just guys that's left with an Ares. They're going to try and do just as much damage as they possibly can here. Money and elimination. Found out. That's more long bite it out. KJ's going to get the elimination.
Yep, for everything there. So a good comeback here for Hawaii as we look at the weapons, just Vandals and Phantoms all across the board. Might see some Jet Knives coming out this round. We'll have to see. Maybe this is going to be the opportunity for the Rainbow Warriors to maybe try a B push, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, they secured the first round. However, the Boyd State will also be on the bye round as well. 5 gamers here. Immediately loses all of their armor and a little bit of health as well. Refiring the dart, it's going to be able to get it. Y is going to shift walk out of sight right now with 3 heading into B. Still have the KO lurking a little bit into A main. However, there is a ping. They are a little bit aware that this could be a possibility. They're walking into the cat right now. They really like walking into trees. KO going to cause a little commotion in A. Kill the necessary they need. They got a read on it. Autumn's good for 1. Second, use his dash. A lot of trouble here. He's going to be out, however. J-Bag and Mize will get
Spike down A.
See the KO does
1
fall down.
remaining.
Skies takes out Praetorium, and now it is just Gino on the Astra remaining. Inspects the Phantom. It's a nice skin, but that is not going to be any comfort. Finds 1, but it is a trade, and the Broncos go up 3-1.
Yeah, avoiding that knife and then getting scammed, you sort of just have to peek there. Perhaps maybe a save in that sense of having at least a hero rifle for your team on the next go. I understand eco-wise, but you didn't have to spike down. There's simply really no way you're going to get spike either. Really tough situation for Gino to be in. Currently Gino right now being tied for top frag right now. Hawaii is going to be able to force buy as well as have knives right here.
Get out of my way.
Has the Jet Knives, doesn't need to buy a weapon, sacrifices the Econ. Alden takes out Da'alaway. Now we have a little bit of a delayed perhaps, but the Jet Knives coming through. Have to be watching that. On to Pink, immediately taking out those knives worth nothing.
Caused a lot of damage right there. The trade is there. Caleb's not going to be good to trade out for Rihanna. Not going to elimination at all, and not followed by any teammates either. They get blocked up by the Molly, and the Caleb makes to it, and no Geno's there. They're going to stay vigilant on this angle. They're not 100% sure. Geno's still there or
Placing
not.
swarm grenade.
They're going to nano straight down.
Swarm grenade out.
See, Rihanna almost has the Killjoy up, so that might be a little bit of a unwelcome surprise for Hawaii next round. Gino just waiting.
30 seconds
lurking.
left.
Might get spotted out by the turret. Maze needs to stay vigilant. We'll have to watch. Maze just jumping up and down, looking for vision. But the smoke comes out, so it should be obvious that this is a push. And now the rest of the team.
One enemy remaining.
Ray,
Flawless.
Rihanna and Skies are going to get one. That means Rihanna and Skies have their ultimates available for this next round going over, which are arguably, in this sense, probably the two biggest ones to have in terms of retake, and really, honestly, probably the most impactful ults you could have on your team right now. The ability to clear out an entire area, and also the ability to, either confirm a kill if you know where it is, or deny plant view going forward. Roomba's the only one buying a Spectre, however.
A little bit of SNS here. Sheriff and SMG on the side of the Rainbow Warriors. Econ rounds, so if they find anything, really, they'll be happy. Maybe a little bit of a mid-peak. We'll have to watch that. Maze and Aldum are looking. Maze finds the headshot, immediately taken out.
That was close. The KJ almost gets the elimination. They're trying to trade it out right now. Ooh, the shock dart's going to do the job. Roomba's going to get one.
Spike down
Aldum's
mid.
going to be able to get the trade out, though. And now a 2v4. Hawaii find themselves in the most difficult positions right now. With Spike quite literally in the middle of the open. Probably one of the difficult positions for them to try and get it. And
one enemy remaining.
Pretty hurt, and just those guys
Standing ahead.
Herpetorium, pistol, and a dream, but this dream is probably not going to happen. Aldum just goes out of line, taken out. Ultimately, it's only J-Bag that falls, and now it is 5-1. A comfortable lead here for the Broncos.
Very comfortable right now, and Eco just keeps stacking. Or even it's gotten to the point where even if Hawaii takes back 3 rounds, each and every round, they should have the ability to buy weapons if at the end point force a buy. And they take a timeout, which I really appreciate teams that take a timeout. Especially teams that can take a step back and realize they're not doing something effectively. For the past 3 rounds in a row, they have not been able to take out more than 2 Boise State players. So there is something they need to come back and reevaluate, which I really do appreciate teams that can recognize that and take a step back.
If you're on the side of the Broncos, you definitely feel good taking out that timeout already, causing them to take a timeout, saying, hey, we're kind of in that good of a position that this early into the round that, we're taking a timeout. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a mental boost, but a reset possibly for the Rainbow Warriors. We'll have to see. Either way, Broncos are looking like they are in a good spot, feeling pretty, warmed up.
Yep.
On a hot streak. We'll have to see if that continues.
Yeah, 100% going to see it. Definitely a little bit of numbers boost going into 6 seconds left.
Placing sentry.
Round by. I believe Hawaii should be on a force right now. More than likely, yes, they are on a force. They got Vandals. Yeah. So, I guess you have to find anything, however, are so towards sort of A-side attack respawn.
Rihanna, I think, took a little bit of contact there. Aldum's lurking, looking for something. Spike is still over on A site, but they're dropping it just to try and not give any unnecessary information away. The Allaway and on to Peak are just kind of sitting back. So far, just a delayed level of gameplay here for Hawaii. A little bit of a snooze fest, I'm going to be honest.
I do, you know, after the timeout, they definitely talked about something, and they're definitely re-evaluating the strategy that they are. Anoma Smoking is going to be thrown over towards A. They're pretty sure it's A hit.
should run.
Lockdown gets committed preemptively, though. Both lockdowns get committed preemptively. However, they can destroy the other lockdown. They're going to go ahead and full send it anyway. This could be dangerous if they don't destroy this lockdown. They are going to be able to get it, though, after the elimination.
Spike down, B.
J-Bag's good for 2 as well.
One enemy remaining.
Call it 3. Just a bunch of headshots coming through, and now it is just red side Jet remaining. And on the peak, getting a headshot. And again, only one falls here for the Broncos.
But that's definitely a dangerous decision, and definitely a most interesting decision to try and rush this. You know, either A, you were already in the action of deploying the KJ lockdown, and you couldn't stop it. But I feel like once you recognize that the KJ, that they put their lockdown down preemptively, I get you put down Astro Wall, but you know, I feel like that's something where you still had a lot of time on the clock. If anything, either take a step back, wait the 12 seconds, then rush, or fast rotate over towards A. And yeah, I don't know, just an idea.
Well,
but it seemed forced.
we don't know what's going on inside their heads. Definitely those those lockdowns were definitely, both of them got destroyed, but it was close, and Aldum finally just uses, preps the dash, he uses the smoke, and now they're spotted out. The question is, does Hawaii reconsider, which it looks like they are.
Boise State not influenced by this at all. Going once again for this cat attack. They've done this quite a few times right now. And Rerana has a good amount of details set for this right here. They're paying pretty close attention to this angle right now. They have 4 stacked on this tree site right now. They have
Spray!
One enemy remaining.
It was almost a great spray transfer. I mean, it still was.
30 seconds.
Now only one remaining, and again, only one falls. It is 7-1 here for the Broncos on the defensive side of the set, and they're looking hot this first round, this first game.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when players like Rihanna start causing multiple frag outs like this right here, where they get smoked off, and I believe, oh, I'm sorry, it was Maze that got the spray transfer, and then Rihanna was there for the cleanup. But when you have 2 players that are taking out 4 right there, it's really hard not to start winning and gaining momentum like this. When you only have to sacrifice 1 player to get 4 on the other side, it's great value that you're getting. That's exactly the hero plays. That's fake, and Autumn with the off.
Spike
It's
down
going to get
mid.
a dry peeking Pumbaa.
Spotted out, yeah, spotted out, but
Yeah.
still gets it. So
Enemy
he possibly get that. And Scout is just spraying through the smoke. Somebody check this man's computer.
One enemy remaining.
Straight out, though. I think it'll take down 2 more, though.
That was just like a great op, and then we just, yeah, spotted out there and sees the gun. Sees the gun, just barely sees the weapon, is able to react to that. So, that's a
Placing sentry.
great reaction time there by J-Bag.
Once again, on this buy round, we see 3 Stingers, 2 Sheriffs right now. The money is hurting on the side of the wire right here. And more than likely, just sort of gameplay strategy is hurting as well. You definitely feel like you're hitting the wall right now. You know, I was not 100% certain, like we mentioned before, not in comms, can't hear everything, but, you know, you've got to imagine as a player ranked in Alderman, as I'm speaking, is going to find a peak, pushing all the way deep into B main.
Rihanna on the lurk. Won't find anything quite yet. Hawaii's Jet is roaming around, but again, seems like they're a little clueless on what to do. Rotating. They going A? Are they going B? Still up in the air.
Oh, does it get anybody? Wait, no, I got 2. Okay, we just went on perspective. I forget about that. They do have Hunter's Fury and KO suppression ult. I'm currently forgetting the name of KO's ultimate. But those are two pretty big ultimates that can be pretty big where you want to get spotted out. Decided not to go for it, but J-Bag's going to get the trade nonetheless as they get the information that there's somebody sitting on cash.
30 seconds left.
Eldum just camping with this operator onto peak, trying to get shot himself, but no, not yet. Shorty's coming through, and we'll have to see Jet on Jet action. Eldum wins it with the Shorty, still completely healthy. Now this is going to be an easy retake for the Broncos, theoretically. They're all coming through. Yeah, again, only one falls.
This Boise State team has been able to keep their KDs pretty high right now and keep the momentum swinging in their favor. Now at a 9-1, 10 rounds into the game. Boise State has for certain put on a dominating display on this Ascent map, showing just how comfortable they are and why having yet to be able to adapt to Boise State's strategy right now.
And when you're at such a round advantage, obviously you don't want to start playing sloppy.
Yep.
So we'll just have to see if the Broncos can continue it. The Rainbow Warriors got to change something up if they want to find a round victory. So we go into round 11 here.
For both sides, you get an 8-round deficit is definitely not falter in terms of mindset. J-Bag is definitely not faltering whatsoever. We got one frag already. Sky is going to get in a second. Orange going to get one for the trade, trying to even out the numbers here.
KO still has the
planted.
util here. So we have to see if Maze is able to utilize it well. J-Bag with the Omen ult as well. Use it or lose it. The half is coming up soon. This is going to be a pretty decent retake for the Broncos. We'll have to see. 9 coming through the Sova ultimate.
Oh, no way.
No, TP's right in Sova ultimate. That's not good. But Maze is finding some amazing eliminations. Gets 3, gets the defuse. And this is going to be double digits already for the Broncos.
Let him cook now.
Oh, no, you don't deserve my invention.
Let him cook Maze.
Yeah, it's
Last
you beat me to
round
the punch.
in the half.
You really did beat me to the punch there. I was so close. So close to finally winning that one. I find that crazy. I find the fact that
BYB fam, going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
TP'd into the Hunter's Fury again. I find that absolutely funny and crazy, but nonetheless, Boise State, 11 rounds in, they hold 10. Last round before the swap, Boise State could potentially be at 11-1. Only have to attack for a potential amount of 2 rounds. Alma gets spotted, but still peeks through the smoke as he gets pulled back. Trade with the Odin from Skies.
Oh my goodness, the Odin action.
third?
Are they going to peek again? That is the question. Fool me once, fool me twice. For now, it looks like Skies is just going to take back, use the recon drone, maybe play it safe. Oh, never mind, sprays through the wall.
Oh, no.
Gets 3! And J-Bag's coming around, and Da'Alaway has no idea what's going on. J-Bag's checking his corners, has to be careful.
Ooh.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I feel like he was about to go for the knife.
Yeah, definitely was. Definitely was. And what was a Odin main
Switching
round.
sides.
4 with it.
Da'Alaway felt the chill up their spine.
Yeah. Sense, that Spidey sense came through and like
Didn't save him though.
didn't save him. No.
Spray through the wall, man.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting. That's the thing about the Odin is it doesn't matter how many you miss. All you got to do is hit.
Yeah, you just gotta
hit some.
when you have 100 bullets in the magazine, you can, might as well shoot all of them. You miss all the shots you don't take.
It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
So Broncos definitely going to be on the attack. What their plan of attack is, though, that is the real question. Mariana with the spike, but just places the turret down. Just trying to get some recon. Takes up the dart.
You get a little bit of information in terms of somebody's A mains with the dart. We are performing a bit of a split here with the heavy emphasis on mid. Trying to attack mid. On him pretty deep. J-Bag did make some contact in B main though. He did pull back. They got a little bit of info in terms of why knowing. I'm not attacking A main. Hey, one on B site. Makes the timing peak. Gets one on main. Will there be the trade? Guys do this with right click trade. Gino's also going to
down
B. Rihanna. Recover Spike for a second.
We see a Jet with a frenzy. Guys is planting, but they suspect it. They're not turning the corners. D-Bag gets two. Aldous trades one with the frenzy, and now it is a 2-on-1.
Just have to play the numbers. Just have to play
the numbers game.
Somebody create a crossfire, make a contact. There it is.
Exactly.
This guy's in contact.
Already match point. 13 rounds in.
Yep.
Match point.
14-round game is what it's looking like to be. If Boise State manages to clutch this up, but everything should be pointing in that direction for the unfortunate side of Hawaii. This is a full save. I mean, you don't save, you don't do anything here.
It's do or die.
Yeah, you see 2 rifles.
Rainbow Warriors.
Could you even call them cure rifles at that point? Because they're 2 of them.
Rainbow Warriors are going to be looking for a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow.
Yeah.
Can't use that.
Suppressed. Still suppressed for now.
I cannot use that. Take flight.
What do the Broncos do? They're just going to get the recon. They don't really see a whole lot. It comes through.
Gets a knife out. Brought a knife to a gunfight.
Okay, that's just disrespectful. What? Oh, well, taking the knife out when you know there are a bunch of people nearby.
Yeah, you sort of get a missed timing there. This guy's just going to even it back out, getting 2 there. Out of 3. There is one out on Walker now, out on Evan. J-Bag's going to send one. Now it's just up to a Lonely Skies in the 3v1. Can they keep alive for one more round? They cannot, as J-Bag's going to close it out. And what is a 14-1 game, or sorry, a 14-round game, ends up being a 13-1 for the W inside of Boise State. What a performance.
Definitely could have tightened up their game, could have made it 13-0.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. But no, that's a great start for the Broncos. And definitely if you're Hawaii, you're not feeling great about that. But if you want to, take anything away from this, is that definitely the Boise State Valorant team is feeling it tonight. They are on fire. And so whatever the next map is, we'll have to see, but I feel like the Broncos are going to feel awesome coming into this game too.
Oh, yeah, 100% going into anything after that momentum swing that they've got 13 rounds. Essentially, I don't know at what point they started winning in a row, but it can't be. It has to be more than 11, right? So 13 rounds in a row, that's a pretty big jump for them to make, and they've got to be feeling confident with it. But once again, that's not it for the series. They've got one more game to go at the bare minimum if they manage to pull out another game. And we're going to take a quick break. Hope to see you after these messages where we're going to find out map 2.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Here in Idaho, we do things a little differently. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. Next, always use fry sauce. I mean, why wouldn't you? Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. We call it pop, not soda. We always put a lift on our pickups. And we always buckle up because we still have a lot we want to do, and I'm guessing you do too.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Back to the beautiful Boise State Esports Arena, where we are watching our matchup of Boise State Valorant versus Hawaii in the 2023 Spring Mountain West regular season. This is the final match of the regular season for the side of Boise and Hawaii, where we're looking to wrap things up for the side of Boise after taking a staggering 13-1 W on the side of Ascent. I kind of heard some of the players talking a little bit. While I'm not 100% sure this is the map, but I was honestly now I'm more than doubting myself more than anything. But I thought I heard Icebox, and I thought I heard the words Harbor mentioned. Not 100% certain. Harbor. It could be Pearl and Harbor. I see that as more realistic as a map and agent choice. Okay, it is Pearl. Okay, it is Pearl. And the third map, Lotus. You know, I don't think we're gonna make it to a third map, because of the performance that I saw Boise State have in that first matchup, but man, do I love seeing Lotus.
Yeah, Pearl's kind of a tricky map.
Yeah,
you got like crawl spaces is kind of cramped. If you don't know how to like do your takes and retakes, then you're definitely going to be struggling. So maybe Ascent isn't a strong map for Hawaii, and they're going to come back swinging, and it's going to be a 13-1 in the other direction. I mean, doubtful, because a lot of that was just aim, but the Broncos, I haven't really seen them a whole lot on Pearl, so I am curious to see how they actually set up. I mean, I actually do remember one time, and they actually had a pretty good performance.
Yeah, I think, but you're right with. I don't remember seeing them a whole lot on Pearl. Like I don't think it was really. I don't think it's one of our staple maps. So I'm a little more intrigued whose map choice was Ascent, and whose map choice is Pearl now. I could see Boise State picking Ascent, just like starting off really strong. I don't think that Boise State would choose Pearl. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, once again, not in their heads, not on their team, so we can't be 100% certain. But from what I've seen, track record-wise, I haven't seen Boise State really pick Pearl as a sort of second-round map that they want to close things out on. So I definitely could see the potential of Hawaii seeing this as their stronger map and wanting to stay into this till Game 3 and presenting their best map. But you're 100% right. This could be an even a closer match than what last time was, to the point where they could push it to the brink.
Push it to the brink. That's what the Rainbow Warriors are going to have to do. They're going to have to fight. Every spectrum of color. The Broncos, the blue and orange, those are their colors, and they're feeling very strong on them right now. Yep. And look, we have more food stands. Hirola Cafe, and I think I saw something that was like the Museum of the Multiverse.
On this map?
Well, it was like Museo do Multiverso.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese, so.
It is, because I believe Harbor is Portuguese. I could be 100% wrong there, but I believe that's what that was. believe that's what that map origin is. Oh, we get a little bit of sneak peek. Wow.
Sneak peek?
I'm
Is that a
seeing
gecko?
2 characters that I'm loving to see right now. See Harbor that I never see before. And I genuinely love seeing Gecko, especially in the competitive format right now, just because I like seeing what these players end up coming up with. In terms of how to use them, especially on this map, the Molly is pretty useful in terms of it having not necessarily wider sights, but the sights can feel very wide, and the Molly, through a lot of choke points, can cover a lot of ground. And yeah, sure, they nerfed it, whatever, but it can still one-shot you, so it's fine.
You seem a little upset.
Yeah, I actually am very upset. And somebody brought up a really good point to me actually at one time that they said the Viper mollies can't destroy KJ Ultimate, so why should the molly be able to destroy KJ Ultimate? Because that was the nerf, was it doesn't do as much damage to Ultimate anymore. So that was sort of the thing of like it doesn't destroy it. I'm salty about it because I actually really like playing Gecko. I think he's a really fun agent to play, but
Pokemon Trainer.
I'm not salty. Yeah, Pokemon Trainer.
Pokemon Trainer, you just like, here you go, little guy, and then, you know, he walks along, and then he hops on the bomb or the spike, and, you know, gets it halfway, you know, and then, you know, makes your life easier, and then, you know, they shoot him, and it's sad.
And then it's sad. Then it's sad. But I think every aspect of that character's kit is really fun to play with. The Molly is absolutely massive, has potential to one-shot. We see a Cypher, and we're seeing the Astra come back. And a Fade as well. I actually haven't seen a Fade in a long time at the collegiate level.
I've seen her in a few matches recently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she definitely got to face your fears when you're going against her. So.
Yeah. Definitely got to do that.
See Maze on the Viper. Hopefully he's going to be able to hit these lineups.
We actually have a double controller setup right now.
Double controller. That's what you like to see.
A double controller and double sentinel as well.
Honestly, I think composition doesn't really...
Oh, wait. No, then... Okay. It's swapped. The names are swapped. The names are swapped. Don't get confused like me.
Okay.
Boys say it's attacking. Boys say it's attacking.
Yeah, the Broncos are attacking. We have Viper Wall coming up. That poison has to recharge, and J-Bag just looking for some sort of peak opportunity. And the Broncos are going to have a very offensive take. Aldom with the Sheriff gets a nice finish on Praetorium. Pagino gets a trade, and now it's looking like the Broncos are hesitating a little bit. Might try to swap over to A site, which is completely uncontested.
It's looking like that's going to be Rihanna already setting up. Could catch a couple people on a timing right now. If they don't clear it, they do clear it. And they are going to get Rihanna right now. They were aware of it, and now more than anything, they're hyper aware that A is a site we're going to hit here. But nobody going through A. Everyone going through Art right now, which I don't think Boise State is aware of. Oh,
they definitely aren't when you get shot like that. So the Broncos 2v4 situation, it is going to be pretty dang tough, especially when this Harbor has no HP to work with, just spamming through the walls.
One enemy remaining.
This is J-Bag finished off, and now we see Maze get some nice damage, but no eliminations.
No eliminations, yeah. I do like the double controller setup. It's interesting. It's one that we haven't I don't think not a lot of teams will run ever. And I wonder if this is an experiment that we're going to see potentially later on, or if this is something they're trying out for the moment. But Hawaii so far stopping the momentum, stopping the bleeding for a little bit. They put a Band-Aid on it.
Well, if we do remember from last game, they also did get one round win, so let's not speak too soon. But if they can get 2, then they'll have tripled their round wins. And on to Peak gets a nice entry frag. Already stopping this push, and I don't know if they saw where the spike is. It is down. They're going to spot it out at some point. Takes out Rariana, but Maze gets a trade. Now it is a 2v4 once again. We've seen this, and it's not going to be great for the Broncos.
Oh, catches the timing, but it doesn't matter. Classic just wasn't enough to get it done, and Karumba's going to get a second there. And closely, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors finding their footing a little bit in this pro map right now. However, though, Boise State did kind of rush right into their arms a little bit, we'll say. They definitely got some solid frags up and had no armor, but this is the first round that Boise State's going on to rifles right now. Here's the bonus for Hawaii. Can they win, essentially, on this Thrifty right now? If they can win on this Thrifty right now, then they set themselves up for a lot of success moving forward.
Hawaii definitely going to want to take this to 3-0. Broncos are going to want to stop some of this confidence. Now we have the fade. Oh, doesn't peek, but Aldum has the dash ready. Watch the Sage fight. Mary Rariana might be fighting. Jet knives are coming through. Jumps up. Aldum has no idea what's going on. Tries to do a wall bang. Onto peek, finds one. Torium finds another, and now it is a 3v5, 3v4. Dalloway gets a trade. This Jet is still floating. And now things are looking like it's going to be tough because this defuse is going to be coming in quick.
Oh, Sky's going to get 2, now 3. Has just equaled this out. Gino with the air is going to get it, but it's super DK'd and it's going to go down to the Molly that Maze threw down. But, however, that was super costly for the side of Boise State, losing 4 rifles right there. They do manage to get a round back, so nevertheless, that's a W you're going to take no matter the what. But still, just Hawaii made it costly here.
I would have really liked to see how Skies managed to line up all those, get those 3.
Yeah.
It would have been fantastic, but definitely turned it around. The Broncos got their first round win on Pearl. So we have a little bit of a cinematic fly-through on the peak, is looking for anybody who would peek. Torium takes a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. Aldum might be on the roam. Just trying to take out this ice ball.
Haven't cleared Art at all as well. There's going to be a power that's sent through. It's not going to find anything. So far, taking it slow right now. Hawaii definitely not taking more ground than what they need to. However, though, we're moving towards an op right now that is on A main. There is a wall that is committed. This could be enough to push this operator back.
Footsteps are definitely going to be heard, though.
Look at the operator. He's going to be able to get and spam through their smoke as well. Alderman just taking a lot of damage from this Cypher that's...
No little guy.
No, little bro.
We see this harbor is buying a lot of space for the Broncos, but it's still... Ooh. Oh, no, but you got to check your corners, and now this site take has become a little bit of a disaster here for Boise State. Again, 2v4, we've seen this before.
Oh.
Doesn't win the fight, and now it's just down to Maze.
That's a hashtag crosshair. With only 12 seconds left, I can only imagine
10
that
seconds
a save is possible here. No way he gets smoke. Is going to be spotted out. Going to have to try and make a run for it. Is going to be able to do it. We'll be able to save a rifle here. It's not going to be pursued by any attackers. But Hawaii, keeping 4 alive here. The sort of turntables have turned here. But they're becoming... This might have been their map. This might have been their map.
Definitely feels like it. It was a nice elimination onto peak, but it wasn't enough. Aldum goes flying through there.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just got confirmation from production that this is Hawaii's pick. So yes, they did pick this map. This is the map they're looking to stop the bleeding forces into map 3. So far, it's looking like the case, but still too early to say anything for certain.
Probably coming through. I don't think it found anything really. Eyeball taken out. Sheriff spray not found anything. But Maze finds 2 beautiful spray transfer. Torian takes out Rariana. This is already looking good for the Broncos. And now Aldum is just rushing through, takes out Dalloway. Doesn't take out the trap wire, though, is very low. But P1 has to be careful of this poison that is lurking on the peak. Still has that operator, is going to look to take out some.
Last player standing.
Pushing really deep into here, into the Lion's Den right now, and also on a DK. Maze might be aware. They find him, though. An attempt to get the I'm blanking on the word.
No scope?
No scope? Yeah, the hip fire. Hip fire, no scope. That beautiful spray transfer. That's beautiful.
360 hard scope like it's Call of Duty.
Exactly. It's what it kind of looked like they're looking for. But that's costly. Having lost 2 ops in a row. You mentioned that earlier beforehand for the Broncos as well, that ecoing smartly. And it seems Wise sort of slipped up on that, and now they're broke.
Now they're broke. Sheriffs and SMGs once again on Peak is looking for a little bit of a cheeky play. But it looks like the Broncos are just heading towards B site. Don't have to use that much utility in this lurk, this roam around might have bit Hawaii in the butt when it comes to just giving up B site for free.
Spike planted.
Trying to make a read, and now Spike is planted for A main here. And they gained all this ground into sort of mid and into attacker spawn. But they've only pushed with the Cypher here. And now Harbor's ultimate is going to be committed as well. I's not going to find anything. Audman finds one as they advance far into spawn. Sky's also going to get one as well. Maze trade one. It's a kill for everybody. Gino's going to get one. Sky's going to get a second. The low HP Gino isn't going to be able to do too much.
Broncos tie it up 3-3. Finding their footing. They got the free sight take. Aldum gets a nice headshot. Skies gets a nice headshot. And at the end of the day, it's only 1 down for the Broncos. So Econ's going to be on their side for at least a round or 2.
Look at the little bro.
Little bro. The amigo.
Yeah, the Cypher will not. Yeah, well, the Cypher will be making the right read here. Now on a B Cypher setup right now. Cascade is going to block off a bit of vision. However, there's no op this side around. Flash isn't going to find anything from the side of Gecko. Can pick that up just one more time. Harbor Wall gets deployed, going to block up the necessaries. Viper Pit also gets committed to this as well. Little Bro's going to plant the spike.
Let's go, little bro. Plant the spike. You did your duty.
Dalloway's going to get one, though, however. This guy's just very low.
Yeah, downloading enemy position. This is kind of a hot mess, but J-Bag lines up 3 somehow, but some more lineups coming on the other side, and this Astro Wall is going to make defense of this spike very difficult for the Broncos.
Molly is going to push them off.
1 enemy remaining.
3 out of 5.
Dalloway's going to get one, commit to the spike, and the Jet kind of just left.
On to Peak, just kind of left.
Just said, adios, peace. I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
I got a gun, or
maybe that was a team decision or something.
Yeah, it probably was. It definitely was. They had an op. They're definitely saving it. Don't make the same mistake you made beforehand of
attempting the 1v5 no scope.
Yeah, attempted a 1v5 no scope. Definitely a very. It probably was a winnable round, but it would have been close. And ultimately, Hawaii decided it's not worth the shot. We can take
it just looked funny.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it just looked funny.
Something you'd see in one of your competitive lobbies.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Not able to find the camera spot. I've never seen the camera been able to put on the trees before.
Camera in the trees, spine everywhere. Looks like Aldum looking for some action, but on to Peak will find Maze. Dash is coming through. Does it find a C room? But that is the question. We'll find it. Makes the Sage second guess peeking that door.
Yeah. Getting spam. That's definitely going to be something. Cover's going to go out. Skies. We have to go in, baiting a little bit, trying to get this kill, but playing ring around the rosy. Isn't able to get it. Galloway peeks out from the cover that J-Bag put down. Oh, but a spam through the smoke is going to find onto Peak.
Maybe just got a little vision before that smoke came out, and that's all that J-Bag needed, and now it is a 3v2. Spike will probably be planted at some point.
Oh,
not if Gino has anything to say about it. And at the end of the day, it's a turn and evened up once again here.
looking tough. Hawaii and Boise State going 4 for 4 right now. 8 rounds into it.
4 for 4, now I'm hungry.
4 for 4 for 4.
I don't even know like what restaurant or fast food place.
Wendy's.
Wendy's? Oh, okay.
Did I answer that too fast?
You seem very knowledgeable. Right, you're the expert.
There's a bit that happened in my life. That's the reason why I know.
All right, I'm not gonna. Okay, we can just keep that into the past. We don't need to know about Colin's dark history.
Focusing on the task at hand, and Operator's gonna find Autumn. They are not discouraged whatsoever. Gonna be able to detain the Opto for a couple seconds here.
Marked, slow, decayed, everything being used, but still not on a site. Broncos do have the spike. The question is, do they rotate? They do. There is a Sage that is sniffing out their scent onto Peak, is able to find these nice operator plays that have kind of slowed down the attack here. Onto Peak finds another one. Might try to find a third. That is the question. Finds the third. That's exactly what the Rainbow Warriors were looking for, but not what the Broncos wanted.
Yeah, definitely peeking an op. You're gonna get punished for it. J-Bag's able to recover just a little bit. Get one elimination. However, there's still an Astra sitting on B. That's where J-Bag's looking like to be leaning where to go. Prowler does not spot Maze right here. This could be a free elimination. They don't hear. They do finally hear. See, Roomba goes down. Now 2v3 onto Peak. Might be able to find it. Oh, wow. Able to take the operator onto Peak's hand. Now to Holloway's kind of circling back. And now all of a sudden A-Site is super free. But they don't sense the Cyphers here. But they get the timing nonetheless. What is happening?
Wait, no. J-Bag actually wins out in the Battle of the Smokes. When you have 17 smokes, eventually one of them will have the enemy in them. J-Bag wins that bet. And now this Astra Gino has to solo retake. It's going to be a very precarious position. Uses the smoke, is checking the corners, doing the due diligence. J-Bag and Mace have plenty of time to wait for. Uses the molly. Things are looking a little... Oh, headshot. Finds two. And you hate to see it.
Yeah, at that point, you know, when you don't hear the spike defusal in that long, you know, obviously I get to speak in hindsight, but you gotta be thinking this person might be pushing us if they're not sitting on spike, and it was a bad smoke as well. Gino clutching it out for the Rainbow Warriors right now. What was sort of felt like Boise State finally getting the grit back on that round, taking back 3 eliminations, setting it back easy. And then J-Bag getting a break with not being killed on the spike plant. It felt like all the momentum was leaning back in Boise State's favor, but Hawaii managed to stay in there.
Onto Peak is going to try and repeat history. This Harbor Wall, nobody finds absolutely nothing. Unfortunate. Still a great wingman, though.
Still peeking this angle. I know it's tempting to grab that orb, but just leave it out there. The smoke we put down, you can grab it. Oh my God!
What was that?
I'm so confused how that happens.
I think that's just like a random spray through smoke.
No,
that
yeah,
you
100%. That's like that's pure gamer instinct right there.
Yeah, it was great. And now this is looking like a little bit of a doomed 2v5. Ace, Sky's taken out. Gino defusing.
Okay, good
back.
for one.
Gets one. Stops the defuse. Oh, never mind.
They are going to chase him down. They don't.
Question mark?
Don't peek. Okay.
Okay, so that's a rifle saved.
Yeah. I do believe our eco is probably extremely weak right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that shot there, it's like, you know where the head level is.
Yeah.
And
no, yeah. It's definitely gamer instinct of like, I'm just gonna click this. Sort of like intrusive thoughts, right? Of like I'm just gonna click right here. Something happens.
They already know we're on A site. Might as well shoot.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And that's sort of a key thing that you'll see pros do a lot. It's just like there's never not a reason to spray through smokes. Like there's never not a reason to spray through smokes. This camera's so great. It spots all the info. It's a hard rotate over to B. The Cypher confirmed it. Boy, say it's going to be met with so much resistance right here. If they manage to grab a foothold, I could see them get in the round. Little bro is going to be taken down.
No, little bro. Spotted out. Praetorium
Oh,
takes
no.
out Aldum. Spike is planted, but this is not looking good.
And Cosmic Divide, they have full site control. Rihanna and Maze getting pushed back beyond the Cosmic Divide.
Is this going to be a push through the Astra Ultimate, though? That is the question.
That's what I was thinking.
There's absolutely no reason to,
no.
but, you know, maybe they will.
What a risky play to be going off of. Gets one. Are they good for more? Maze good for two. Looking for some more exit frags. Oh, they're able to make it a little more costly than what it should have been for Hawaii, but I imagine Boise State was surely looking for the round win at the end of the day. Now at a 7-4 here. Going to round 12.
Going to round 12. Last round in the half, we'll have to see. We have full buys all across the map, basically. Yep. I'm looking at, like, in a little picture-in-picture, and I saw somebody holding on to a classic there for a second. I was a little intrigued, but ultimately, nothing to be too surprised about. And obviously, the Broncos, they want to find some picks. They want to, go 7-5 at least.
That wall is so annoying to deal with on the side of the stage because, well, now you can break it because there's already a bunch of info given towards mid. But in the case of sneaking up, that B sort of, can't really call it a catwalk. I'm not quite sure. And this cam might find Riviana still here.
And back and forth. Maybe spots out Aldum. But not quite yet.
2 Cypher trips on main as well. Definitely looking to get a kill off of somebody getting stuck in there.
Yep, they see everything coming. Holloway just has to buy time. Spike is coming through. Take out the trap wire. That's good. Lil Buddy goes down. So will the Cypher and so will the Fade. And maybe this is a round victory here for the Broncos if they just don't fall to on to peak. Do not peak. That's all they need to do.
However, there is res here. I imagine res will be used. J-Bag's able to get one. On to peak's able to trade here, though. Res not being used at all. On to peak's going to get a third right now. There's the res coming into play. On to peak goes down to Alderman. Now it's just down to 2v2 here. Oh, Praetorium gets one, though. Alderman getting one more. It's really up to the clutch right now. Repositions. He's at the play for time, and what a peak by Altman. Barely seeing the pixels. The hair on the chinny chin was able to find it.
Yeah, that was a pixel peak. I didn't even see.
I
didn't see the agent. That's one of those things where it's like you're so tuned in.
Yeah, no, yeah, you have to. That's that finding that I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like your dead zone between the moment where you hit your A and your D key. To the moment where you stop hitting the A key and the D key, your weapon becomes 100% accurate once again, and that's exactly what he did.
You're like strafing.
Yeah, you're essentially strafing, and you manage to time it so right, your bullet is like as accurate as if you stopped moving.
Yeah, and we look at the cafe, and if those prices are in US dollars, I wish I could go to this cafe. Reasonably priced.
Bear?
And I think that is a bear. Again, the Rainbow Warriors still 7-5, so they are up in here, but now they're on the attacker side. They got a little bit of a goose situation going on. Not a whole lot to talk about, though, but Broncos are sniffing out. Maybe it's an A take, but Hawaii isn't being so committal.
Ooh, get a little bit of information that somebody's in main right here. Both sides are pinging it. Being careful right now. It's looking like an art hit, or at least they're sort of securing it. There's going to be a smoke down. Smoke kind of betrays that they might be going for a pass-through, but it's all a fake here right now.
Listen, if you don't know what you're doing, your opponents don't know what you're doing. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, obviously, Hawaii has a plan here, and it's take A.
Ooh.
Gino takes out all of them, and now they're going to know with 45 seconds remaining, this has got to be the site to plant. Skies takes out Gino, but runs away. Spike's still down, though. Hasn't been planted quite yet. It's a 3-on-3. We'll have to see who actually gets this retake.
This is a really big thing with reround, taking this sort of A main control is you really create this feeling of a lot of anxiety for these Hawaii players right now.
Oh, no.
Dalloway has
a
timing right now. Are they aware? Are they aware that something's behind? I don't think they are. Oh, the whiffs. It doesn't work out. On the peak. Oh. The Cypher had the chance to change the momentum.
Just stand still, man. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
It was a great rotation, but
it was great. But when the moment came down to it, the shots didn't land, and you know, I imagine that specific player wishes they could take it all back, because I've definitely done that before, and I wish I could turn back time 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's like when you have that spray, and it's like Looney Tunes, where your spray is literally like in the shape of a head. All the bullet holes are like make an outline of the person.
Yeah, you painted the outline. Yeah.
You painted the outline. Yeah, that's kind of the situation here. So it's going to be a save round. Broncos theoretically have the gun advantage, so we'll have to see if they can utilize it well.
Smoke, they are aware the Classic might win it all, and they get a rifle out of it. On to peak, probably the most dangerous fragger right now. Gets a Vandal in their hands. This could be dangerous. Skies with the Bulldog might find a timing. Found the timing. Sprayed a little bit too early. Going to spray the smoke. Commit the flash. It's instantly destroyed. The picture peek. It's going to find it. Now little bro gets sent out. Finds it. Gets the concuss. And it should be an easy elimination for Skies. And it is. And it's going to reclaim that Vandal that Boise State lost. And tied back up 7-7.
7-7. Not nearly as one-sided as our game one, which, you know, it's good to see. It's always good to see the opponents have some fight in them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Which I think that was, it was really impressive to see Hawaii on defense, because it really sort of, as we sort of mentioned, it feels like their map. It feels like their map, because it feels like they know sort of what they're doing. Whereas Ascent, it felt like it was sort of, it was a little more haywire and a little more chicken without a head type beat.
Yep.
But this pro map definitely feels like they have some setups, they have their roles, they have their assignments, and they know what they're doing.
Oh, that wall bang!
So unfortunate.
Oh, that is such a good read there. And now this site defense is going to be very difficult for the Broncos. Maeve does get a spray, but the Prowler soaks up the bullets, and now this is a plant. 2v4 retake. We'll have to see if this is a save or if this is a retake.
2v4, I imagine you're looking for initial pick. If you get initial pick, then yes, you might go for it. You're looking for some exit frags. It's also a big thing of, I think J-Bag 100% wants to die here. I'm not 100% sure. It's looking like they're going to go for the full retake. Committing 100% to it. J-Bag takes some damage. Ooh, and Gino and Crumbler are going to get 2 here.
Okay. Is it just the angle, or is that ice wall floating? I felt like
no, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That's a little curious.
It looked a little strange.
And we see a little party going on here.
In where?
In somewhere. In
one
of
it's
the
like in the vent.
In the vent? That's kind of sus.
Okay, hold on. Observer, are you just like, did you know these spots, or are you just exploring the map?
They're just exploring the map for sure.
You're too good, Observer.
Back into more important things. We'll have to see if the Broncos can tie it up once again onto peak. Activates that dash, is going to want to use it. Dalloway gets the kill on Skies, and J-Bag almost has this horror ultimate to see if that comes into play later in this round. But for now, it looks like this is going to be an A take that the Broncos might not be prepared for.
All I can say to Skies is Phantom. They're going to do their due diligence, fully clear out this corner here, committing I, a pretty important piece of util to clearing out that back site. You do get it back, but I imagine won't have it again. Probably going to clear anything short. Cosmic Divide. He's going to initiate the rotation fully over. Rebana has a lot of art control here, which could be pretty big moving forward. J-Bag trying to get the spray through, trying to get the jump peak, doesn't find anything. Rihanna might be waiting for the smoke to go down. However, Spike is planted. At this moment, you're running out of time. Do have Alarm Bot available. Is going to place it. You're going to take back the space they gained. They lost due to Cosmic Divide. The wall is going to go up. Bros don't fake Rihanna. You better stick it. Oh.
Rihanna did stick it, but
you lost your life. But that's my bad. That's my bad.
Bag's peeking, but just vulnerable, is slowed. There's so much crowd control here, and that's a flawless for the Rainbow Warriors, taking it 9-7.
I did not notice on the peak regaining back art control. I feel like the Broncos maybe could have still won out that round if they had kept art control. I think it's actually because Rihanna died holding onto the spike, so Alarm Bot could not find onto peak, and onto peak gained full art control entirely. I like that.
We have what is that? A bear on a scooter?
Yeah, bear on a scooter. How many Easter eggs are in this map?
I don't know about Easter eggs, but that was a bear on a scooter.
You know, cute Easter egg.
Aldum's looking for a peek. Question is, does Gino take the bait? No, Aldum makes the smart decision, goes back to B site. The attack has been dramatically slowed down, at least in this round. We'll have to see what happens. It's looking like Hawaii is inching towards a B take. That's so then Aldum is going to have to be on his A game.
Decides not to push up. Going for the spot for the jump peak. Sky's able to get one on the stage. It's a pretty big pick. Oh, Rihanna is able to get some information. Somebody's in art right now. You see, they're going to create a crossfire here. This could be big here. They are going to get it. Oh, and the swing, and it's going to stop the ultimate. Oh, the neural theft still goes through when Cypher dies?
30 seconds
Here
left.
it is.
That's interesting. Did not know that. Now you know. But
that's off.
Hawaii is now down to 2 players compared to the Boise State 4. It looking like they're rotating over for an A hit over through art. Yeah. Boise State starting to get the read now. The stars are activated. The cascade's going to be committed. The ultimate's going to go out as well. This is most likely a fast push.
Is there any time?
There's no time, actually, yeah. They're going to get
on
one
peak,
for it.
gets J-Bag, and on the peak is going to run away. Do they get him? No.
No.
But it doesn't matter. There's no time, and that is a round win for the Broncos.
That is a round W for the side of the Broncos. I have to take a look at the economy. Oh, is that right now? And a timeout.
Speaking of the economy, here's a timeout.
There is a time.
That has nothing to do with the economy.
No, yeah, I was a little confused by that one. You got me a little confuddled there.
Confuddled, yeah.
At a 9-8 scoreline right now.
8?
Hawaii holding the lead. They did not do that whatsoever on the side of Ascent.
Okay, we don't talk about Ascent. We're talking about Pearl.
No, yeah, but you know, sort of establishing story, right? They didn't do that once on the side of Ascent, but now on Pearl they're a different beast. It was their map. They're looking a little more dangerous, both on the side of defense and attack right now.
They definitely have their lineups. They know where to plant. They know how to use their, their abilities, their ultimates, and definitely is showing they have the 1-round lead. It's, not the biggest margin, but that you just need 1-round victory over, 13-11. I suppose that's actually 2-round victories, but that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need sometimes. And I've yet to see On the Peak pull out the operator, which is interesting to see. Watch out, probably cast a curse it, and there's going to be an op that gets like 3 this round. No, there is not. But I was very interested that On the Peak is more towards the op main on the defensive side.
Yeah, op is always a very powerful weapon. One-shot body. elimination. So, for now, Maze might be sussing out that there's a play, and on to peak. Loses the peak battle for once.
J-Bag juggling for some information. Might come in contact with the cause there. Gets spotted out. Isn't going to be able to destroy it. Throws a cascade out to stop any potential push or parts of aggression that are there. Cypher's still out in mid here. Now working their way into Art. Are going to be detected by this alarm bot unless they find it. Harbor Wall is going to go out. Cypher is detected here. And it looks like there might be a full team rotation. Boise State might have a little bit of read here if we're able to get the picks we're looking for. Maze might be able to get one more here in this B main.
Now Viper smoke discourages to all the way, and now you have to suspect if it's not A, it's B. That is, those are your only two options, either that or don't plant. And Aldum is going to have no idea what's going on, just gets sprayed down. And now is a sacrificial lamb to maybe alert the team.
Face your fear.
So we have the fade ult coming through.
10
Lots of
seconds
utility
left.
used, and they're going to try and get the plant down. They have 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Should be able to get it. Actually,
oh no!
Oh,
They were.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Spike plant.
The change in the camera really confused me for a second. I thought the fade was the one that went down. But now with 2v3, very doable for the side of
One
Boise,
enemy
but
remaining.
not if you get timing like that in the back. Now May is going to have to create a clutch here. All the way, able to clutch it out, getting a 4-piece at the end of the day. Hawaii doing a lot of their due diligence, honestly.
Yeah.
From what it was from last map, the biggest thing that I noticed is the use of utility, no matter what I see done. They sage wall everywhere, they throw the Cypher cage to plant, they prowler almost every angle, right? Like angles that I see a lot of teams might just like run into, right? Like they won't really clear it, they'll just wide swing into it. And if that's the case, Audrey might have gotten one that turn or that round, but instead is the one that gets traded out.
On to peak is looking for another peak. Skies. Oh, manages to get a headshot, so it's a 1-for-1. Aldum on this operator is going to be looking to compete with his counterpart on the red side. We'll have to see 4 members coming through. Aldum doesn't find anything. Prowler's coming through. And now, is this going to be an A take or a little bit of a rotate into something sneaky beaky?
Looks like it's going to be a rotate. It'd be hilarious if they went right back through mid doors here. Could catch a timing here. They were checking, doing their due diligence. This Hawaii team doing such a good job of making sure there's no gaps in anything they do so far. Only bit of Sheriff Rebound is looking for one. Got a Nano Swarm, push Gino out. Doesn't matter. Gino was able to put his smoke down in time, able to relocate. Rihanna wasn't looking in that direction, goes down. Now it's Alvin with only a knife out. And that's an operator gone. But I don't think, no, I think they secured the operator. Definitely Turntable's turn on this side.
Yeah, Turntable's turn. It would have been preferable for Eldom to have the operator out, obviously, but have the knife out. This is why you shouldn't purchase skins in Valorant, because you get so mesmerized by the beauty of the knife skin that you forget to pull out your main weapon.
That is fair. That is fair. I will agree with that hypothesis.
Hawaii could take it up to match point. We'll have to see.
This fade is proving so useful to the side of Hawaii right now, finding so many Broncos that are trying to hide in angles, being cheeky-beaky like, but they're not able to. The smoke goes down, out of bullets in the magazine. Sky's going to be able to trade out, though, but still down in numbers and down in weapon advantage. Cascade's going to be thrown out. Spike is yet to go down. It is going to go down. There might be some spam through the box. Molly's thrown down, but it doesn't get there just in time. Sky's going to be able to get one.
J-Bag and Skies are going to try and get the defuse, but look at the position of the Rainbow Warriors. They are playing this intelligently. They know that they don't need to take gunfights. They just need to hold the defuse.
Throwing Little Bro on the spike right now. Actually not going to commit Little Bro to the spike. Oh, it was probably baiting out. Was baiting out the Asher. Okay.
One enemy remaining.
J-Bag gonna be able to get 2 now 1v1. Still sticking the spike. I don't know if they see it. They don't expect it.
Lil
And the Thrifty and Skies gets the 3rd.
Lil bro!
Lil bro with the clutch.
Lil bro!
And Skies to back it all up. Skies and J-Bag make a dream come true. Turn it into a miracle. 9-11 here. Not completely out of the woods yet, but you know, that round is absolutely massive for Boise State's morale and economy.
Are we just going to see the defuse of a little bro?
Little bro.
All right, let's go, little bro.
J-Bag also getting 2 here is kind of insane.
I know. That peak was nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, expects it to be a fake. You just, yeah, you don't really think about it. You don't really think about it.
See, Roomba takes out Skies. Not the best start for the Broncos. However, again, 4v5, perfectly usable.
They're going to throw out Cosmic Divide here. Split a lot of A site and going all the way to B here. It was a little bit of a fake, but I think the Broncos have a bit of a read on it. Maze is going to be able to get one on the Cypher here. Not expecting Maze to be playing so far out in front of this Cosmic Divide. And the Broncos 100% have a read here. They're going to be almost full resistance. The Reds goes through. On the peak goes down as well. Krumba's able to trade. Looking for one more. Rihanna gets
Wait,
the trade on
Aldum has
Krumba
the
as well.
angle. Aldum, oh, never mind. Aldum does not have the angle.
Oh, Aldum was on the flank?
Aldum was on the flank, lost the gunfight.
Ah.
And now it's a rotate on a rotate. Definitely getting their steps
now they go
in.
through mid doors and go back to B. Oh, dang it.
30 seconds left.
We'll have to see. J-Bag is going to meet them on the site. Dalloway, nice samurai sword. Suspect something's going on. Spotted out, though, and that's not good.
Absolutely massive right there. Oh, and Rihanna. No, you. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh! What? What was that?
Spotted out. Not if you see it. Oh, but the timing still gets them.
That's something you see in like a horror movie.
Yeah, that's if that's not a Valorant timing for you, I don't know what is, because that's absolutely insane right there. I was for sure. This is funny. This has got to be a clip, right?
It's just like, all right. Oh. What is that?
Oh,
Come on, what is
man.
that?
Broncos now sitting at match point right now. They need 2 more rounds in a row to tie this up. They cannot make any mistakes. Oh, yeah, they need 3. They need 3. 3 rounds in a row. They cannot make any mistakes here. They have to play near picture perfect if they want to keep it alive and take map 2.
Dart doesn't find contact. The Broncos are just pushing. They are no longer being reactive. They are trying to be a little bit more proactive. But I think Hawaii susses this out. They kind of smell that something is aloof. Finds the tripwire, though.
Face your fear.
Especially on the eco, they throw out the fade. They're not going to find many dings for it. J-Bag's the only one here. Oh, gets on the right side of the wall. This could be big. Might find a timing. Isn't able to kill the spike planter in time. Skies is going to throw out the ultimate, though, not find any value, but still has full util available right now. Lockdown's going to be committed as well.
Killjoy. This could be huge. But this also might just be a peak. No, all of them are just getting out of the lockdown. We have a defuse coming through.
Oh,
Onto peak,
massive.
actually gets detained. This might be the turning point. Skies gets 2. Rihanna just has to hold it.
There it
and
is.
will. And the Broncos are not falling down quite yet in this game, too.
Absolute concentration you can see from these players right now. They are all the way into it. 2 more rounds is realistically all they need. However, the Hawaii, they only need 1. They only need that, those lucky headshots, that spray transfer that's going to find some heads there. These things can happen 100% for sure. Sky is able to get 2 there, spraying at the exact right moment. And Hawaii, I believe, still has the money to lose one more time. I'm going to see it for a quick second. No, I'm not. But I believe they had the money to lose one more time before being forced into an eco.
Oh, nice cinematography going on here.
Right.
Very nice. Rihanna takes it all the way. That's what you want to see if you're trying to make a comeback. With that Cypher down, that's a lot of recon taken out for the side of the Rainbow Warriors.
The Cypher has most definitely been a pain in the Broncos' back right now. They split up for a little bit of this retake right here. We see one through Art, one going back through attacker main here. J-Bag not going to be able to see over that wall, though. Might be waiting it out, however. Now through on the side, Gino's going to get Rihanna. Could be dangerous. Sky is able to see one. Isn't able to get the trade here. Now to dangerous situation. It's up to a full HP Aldman right now.
Do or die, Aldem.
So much tension built on. Commits to the knives. Gets one. Looking for the second. It couldn't find it. The knives find the ground before they can find the body. And what an unfortunate loss for that right there. That first headshot was absolutely insane. Got my heart racing for a second.
But you know what that means.
There's Lotus.
We're going to game 3.
We're going to game 3.
Your favorite map,
Lotus. Yeah, I get to see Lotus 2 times in the same week. Wow, what a treat for me nonetheless. But the Broncos, unfortunately, not able to round up map number 2. We're going to be going to Lotus all the way. It seems all the games we're playing for the Broncos are going all the way this time around. But we're going to take a quick break while we load up to the next matchup. Hope to see you after it. We'll see you after these messages.
Here in Idaho, we do things a little differently. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. Next, always use fry sauce. I mean, why wouldn't you? Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. We call it pop, not soda. We always put a lift on our pickups. And we always buckle up because we still have a lot we want to do, and I'm guessing you do too.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
welcome back to the beautiful Boise State Esports Arena, where tonight we have a game on our hands, getting into map 3 of the final regular season game of the Mountain West Conference here tonight. Boise State facing off against the Hawaii, the Rainbow Warriors, going the distance. Ascent was a little rocky for them. They only got 1 round out of the entire thing, but then they end up pulling it out. Not only being scrappy fighters, but also showing their advancedness in the map as well, pushing it 13-10 as a W for their side. And the third map, personally one of my favorites, Lotus going into it. I got to see the Broncos take a W on it last time we watched it, so that's always a big thing. And I think it's a good throw-off pick that perhaps a lot of teams aren't comfortable with yet.
Yeah, with it being a relatively newer map, I mean, it's been there for some months.
I think like two or 3 months.
The question is whether you've practiced it or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't know those lineups, if you don't know like when to go through the doors, when when to go to actually go B site, because sometimes it can just feel like it's troll.
Yep.
And like when to take those corners. If you're defending, you can just go straight down mid and maybe find a peek.
Yep.
Get an early frag, but we'll have to see how the Broncos and the Rainbow Warriors face off on the map.
Yeah, and that's you described it perfectly. As I was sort of alluding to, was it can be a map where if you feel uncomfortable or you don't feel okay with it, or you've only sort of played it in ranked and you've like practiced it, but you haven't really gotten it down. The Broncos definitely have a setup for it, and they get better with it day in day and every time they play it in the competitive format. So. That's the big thing I'm hoping for, is that this ends up being a map that throws the Rainbow Warriors off their feet and ends up being sort of a repeat of Ascent.
Well, in terms of, being able to go home early, either way, 13-0. I mean, not go home early, but it is about 10 p.m. here in the Boise State Esports Arena. Obviously, we love to see Valorant, but at some point you got to be like, when you do your little recollections and you're like, oh, we could have closed this out, or if we had won this round, or maybe gotten the headshot, or not been sloppy on Pearl, something like that. Obviously, the Rainbow Warriors, that was their map, and they definitely showed it. And so the Broncos are going to try and make a statement right back and say, hey, Lotus is our map, and we'll show you what we got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely other situations where you can look back on it, but yeah. Their defensive side felt like their map. It really felt like they knew what they were doing almost all the time. They knew what they wanted to do with it. They knew how to play it as well as individuals and as a group as well. And on to peak, really showing out how dominant they are on an op situation and being their opper. So I saw the basic little combo that we had last time around: Sova, Omen, Breach. Skies on Jet. I don't know why I mixed those two. Don't remember what our fifth was. Rihanna on KJ.
Rihanna on KJ. That is the most ludicrous pick I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that's so out of left field.
I know.
I could never predict that.
I feel like Skies might play Neon though. Maybe.
You think so? I mean, I've seen Daimyo pull out Neon beforehand. But obviously we don't have Daimyo here. I'm more interested to see, I don't remember exactly what Maze was playing. I'm interested to see what Maze's role is going to be. Because so far I think Maze has played, what did Maze play last map?
Maze played last map?
Yeah.
No, my goodness, I'm blanking. All right, well, let's focus on this one so we don't embarrass ourselves anymore. But it's basically a mirror matchup, except we have a Raze here. Always fun to see her try and do her 360 no-scope trick shots with the bazooka.
And Gino not on the Astra anymore.
Which
I feel like is an indication to me that they might not be comfortable on this map.
Cover going out.
Astra is a pretty solid choice. And Gino's been performing very well in Astra. Right place, right to the dome.
Already, this retake is going to be advantageous. It is now a 5v3 for the Broncos. All of them's going to be chasing down Victoria. But this breach will find one elimination so far. Oh no, what's
One
going
enemy
on?
remaining.
So confusing, but ultimately in the end, 2 remain for the Broncos. They'll get the defuse, they'll get the first round victory here in Map 3 of a little bit of manner. The finger sword.
Getting the W in the first round here. A little bit of switch up. I feel like trying to dodge the flash. Maybe messed Aldman up a little bit more than expected.
Yeah, and then you see J-Bag and Rariana just following the same way, and it looks a little funny.
Yeah, this sort of like a strategic game, like an RTS, sort of like real-time strategy, like controlling the agents.
Controlling the agents.
What
is that? A bear?
A bear and
how many more bears are in the
vase?
The vase. Rihanna, the knife out. Unwraps the present, has a Nerf gun. And it looks like the Rainbow Warriors don't want any of that smoke, so they might attempt a B push here. But Maze is probably going to be prepared for it. Whether he is able to get his utility out in time, that is the question we'll have to see. Is that a Borderlands gun?
Well, that's their comic book.
Oh, comic book.
They find the alarm bot. Now they're slowly rotating off. They put an offensive smoke down, but they might not be expecting this far push in. There's no paranoia, no flash. They're shooting. Oh, the little bit of miss was there. Interester's not going to find more than 2.
Spike down.
But Auburn's there for the trade. And now a 4v2. Put a little bit of a halt in the Rainbow Warriors plan.
At the end of the day, when you have more members, that's all that matters. J-Bag gonna try and find the Holloway. Oh my! What did I just watch? And now the Holloway Frenzy is not able to go on a Frenzy. Gets taken out. 3 members remain. Broncos feeling pretty comfortable.
Feeling pretty solid. Now we are into the bonus territory, where you're looking to secure your sort of spot here, right? This is where you really establish of how comfortable are we on this map, how dominant are we feeling right now. Because it's understandable if you lose the rifles on a map that you're sort of equally challenged on. But
more bears.
More bears.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh, what a great paranoia! Skies didn't get one in for a second. There's a 2! Looking for a third! There's a third!
God! Oh! Skies with a big iron on his hip. Takes out 3. Beautiful blind coming out to his system, and now to Holloway. And Praetorium are going to have to try and attempt some sort of plant, but they are getting sandwiched in here, and they are going to be fodder if the Broncos play this correctly.
I don't think... Oh, there is an alarm bot up. So they might be looking for a pinch. They might be looking for a play to make. 4 remaining here. These weapons can 100% give them the advantage. Forward, Oddman trying to grab the position here. Get the pick on Maze. They're going to break alarm bot. Torrens aware, but they're not so sure into it. Ottoman's going to run away, getting absolutely chased down. Might have the read on them, actually, as he's wrapping back around. Now they're going back to A. It was big enough of a fake to send the other team
30 seconds left.
back over towards B. They're going to get a free plant out of this.
It's B-site. C-site. Oh.
Spike planted.
This is a very winnable round all of a sudden for Hawaii right here.
3 versus 2, especially when you have nice rifles like that.
I believe most of Boise State has guns as well. I believe J-Bag and Rihanna have Vandals, and then Aldman has a Guardian.
Don't go in one by one. You just gotta play like a team. Aldum is trying to find it. Doesn't find it quite yet, but now Rihanna and J-Bag are pushing, and they just immediately all fall. And Rainbow Warriors will take their first round victory here in round 3.
Made it costly. The play from Skies, J-Bag, and Maze here, this combo play, the paranoia, the stun, and the Skies with the big iron was absolutely massive here. if we're able to find Praetorium's head as well, that would have been made it all the more better and definitely would have round. But what made that round honestly winnable for the side of Hawaii there was simply the fact they were able to get a little bit of a fake out on the rest of the Broncos there. If Ottoman doesn't get chased away and give false information that they're rotating towards B or C, then Rihanna and J-Back continue to collapse on this team, and Ottoman collapses from the other side, and now it becomes an even more difficult round to win. But you are right. They pushed in one by one, and individually took individual fights each time. And while, yes, that is sort of the idea you want to go for, but I think the timing was off, and even just a couple of seconds between the fights has been shown that this is all these Hawaii players need.
A little bit of a conga line of doom here on that site retake, and so Hawaii gets their first round win.
Yep.
A little bit of reset. I didn't actually get to see who took the timeout, but I feel like it might have actually been Hawaii. I don't.
Turn out.
Wait, it's an elephant. Okay, it's not a conspiracy. There are other animals. There are other animals.
What's an iPad?
What's going on there?
Yeah, was the elephant in general? Were they at war?
Are they at war? Are they a pirate?
Geek reading questions here, trying to find it. I'm going to go exactly here. Twisting does have rifles this round as well. Just even out. Maze able to get the spam through smoke there. Roomba's still going to be sent out here. Might be able to give them a little bit of information. It's going to give them nothing, though. And now Rihanna's going to find Liz as well. This is a 5v3. Hawaii needs to attempt something. And Gino is also at half HP here in Kroomba. Had to buy light shields as well. They're sort of stagnant right now. Trying to think of ways to get into the site.
The smoke might be disappearing. Rihanna might be going for a peek. The smoke is still down, though. Potentially a beat take. Utility used. There is that turret, though.
Enemy remains.
Spot him out. Rihanna
Spike
lines him
down
up
A.
and shoots him down. And now all that remains is the red KJ.
Oh, what a timing.
Oh.
This guy's going to peek back again.
Self-report.
Get the orb.
30 seconds left.
Okay, Skies missed that one.
Variable
Okay,
removed.
never mind. Don't get the orb. Look for a second. Not able to find it. Gets an extra frag. Not horrible.
Relatively clean round for the Broncos.
Yeah. Besides the one death, 100% clean round. J-Back actually has no money.
Despite, besides the part where they were not clean, it was a clean round.
Yeah. They are able to get bought for, though, however, so they will have a rifle.
Yes.
Why is
We see a tree.
Turret out.
Is that
Cherry blossoms?
I don't know. It's in the name of the bundle that has trees in it. It's themed after. Big Sun goes through. Sky's able to avoid it for a pick. Wasn't able to get it, but Rihanna's going to find one instead right there. Round after round, Hawaii keeps starting at a deficit. While not being able to trade with Boise State whatsoever.
5 is indeed greater than 4. Rihanna maybe looking on the lurk. Door is being used, potentially a B take. Grenades coming through with the mini nades following. J-Back finds one, finds two, finds three!
Spike
Runs out of
down
ammo,
B.
but hey, that's a great trade. And now on the peak. Oh, peaks. It's in the name. Wins that fight. And now the Broncos just got to play the smart game. Wait out the grenades. 50 seconds remaining. We'll have to find where this spike goes. Oh, never mind. They have spike.
They have spike.
So, really, this is a round victory from.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Rihanna
Recalling
wins
my
the fight,
box.
gets the information. Now all of a sudden, you see everyone on the map start to rotate over towards this mid as they get confirmation where it is. On peak has to push from
30
here. They
seconds
don't really have
left.
the time to do this. This might be a round to save. They don't. They go to peek it, and they run into Skies with an operator, and they go down. Now 4-1 for Boise State. Hawaii going to be forced to make a force fight here.
It's in the name. On to peak.
On to peak. Past the peak, yeah. There's simply no other way.
And it looks like we did actually get Omen Paranoid here. So that is why we were not able to see right there.
That's great.
It's quite unfortunate, but, you know, wanted to give a POV.
And you can use paranoid IRL.
That would be scary.
That would be scary.
a little ghost guy just TPs in front of you.
Oh,
What?
Why does that not connect? Going in for second. What in the world? It walks away with 10 HP. 2 for 1 special. 2 honestly.
That was Swiss cheesing him, and J-Bag is pushing through, and is this the opportunity? No, it's not. Holloway puts a stop to it, but now Sky is still on his operator, 10 HP in a dream. Oh, finds it! That is 3 eliminations now. Possibility for the ace, but, you know, share the love.
Oh, the alarm bot will trigger. They are aware.
Vulnerable. Don't want to peek it.
TP. It's TP across, but you cannot do that. Rihanna.
Cut it down.
Rihanna can't TP.
Well, their KJ can't TP.
Oh.
Our KJ can't TP either.
KJ, you can't TP. You know who can?
One enemy
Oh, but
standing.
Maze. Good for 1, looks for the second. Looks for the flash. Gets the flash off.
30 seconds left.
Gino able to escape just in time. Still living on this Maze. With the timing peak. What does he say? Pulling off some miracle rounds with the assistance guy.
Maybe the substitution in here for Daimyo, but proving that that is not just an inferior swap, it's just an alternate swap.
Yeah, I know that, and that's what I talked about in the beginning.
Wild
of the
card.
It's this character that is going to add a level of diversity. It is not something that is here's a swap as a backup player. It is here's a swap that is a different dynamic to our default roster.
5-1, the Broncos are feeling good on Lotus so far. Looking like a repeat of Vicente, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Smoke.
Save. Besides a couple fair seconds. Oh, besides on the peak, who has full
Jarumba.
user.
Hey, this Raze does have the bazooka though.
Does have the bazooka.
See what Maze does. Finds the Holloway. KJ immediately taken out on the peak.
Player standing.
Oh, no
way!
Is this going to be an ace? Wait, no, it's not an ace.
No, it's not.
It felt like an ace. Wait, TPing and Maze? Yeah, that's a flawless, though. And that round happened so fast, I got whiplash. But, oh, my God.
What a spot to be in for Skies here. Like there's no better spot and no better way this circumstance goes for you. The fact you get a second with the op, turn around with the shorty, get the third there, it's big. It's massive.
I like how Skies was so confused just dancing through. He was like, wait, where is he? Oh, wait, is that a separate elephant?
Right? Put a lot of
Yeah, they put more attention to the map than they actually do, like, gameplay.
Oh no.
It's curious. This one way.
You should run.
Okay, that was nasty.
That's a lot of time to work with here. Probably a couple of
Placing
seconds.
bomb grenade. Bomb grenade.
Oh,
Wait, Sky finds another.
They get 2 though. They could push into this site and get some freebies. Wait, but Spike's on A.
Spike's on A, and see Roomba has seen enough. Is just going to go for the plan. Oh, Gino takes out all of them, and now it's a little more even. They should suspect something's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He just TPs.
One enemy remaining.
J-Bag. It will sniff out. The pinch works out. Not a 1v4 and still a lot of time on this bomb. See, Roomba has to come up with a miracle right now. It's going to be smoked off. I don't know if Paranoia is available at all. How's the whole Yucho go? Flash uses a flash and just gets headshot. Sent back to the spawn room.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you know you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like nutty. 13-0,
Oh.
but you already lost a round.
Yeah, you can't.
Let's hear this replay. He's like, all right, guys, I hear I'm defusing. I'm go. Oh. Okay, but 7-1 here for the Broncos.
Where's my team?
Hey, what happened to my team, guys?
Oh man.
I think we have a little bit of a technical pause.
Yep, just a little bit.
I think somebody might have, spilled Mountain Dew or something on their keyboard, but I like to speculate.
Yeah,
That's besides the point. But I think Broncos are definitely repeating their performance from Ascent, showing that they're far more comfortable on this map than they are Pearl.
Yeah, no, I think the way that Skies plays as well, because I don't know, I don't think Skies was with Sova in map 1 and ended up switching. Were they? I can't remember any other character picks beyond that, but it also lets me know the fact that Skies is on defender op lets me know they're comfortable. Lets me know they're thriving on this map. The fact that Skies is comfortable holding it alone or only with Rihanna as backup lets me know Skies is comfortable to peek the same angle over and over and over again and know they're going to get similar results almost every time. Not exactly, insanity level, but,
Okay, Albert Einstein.
That was a good one. But yeah, that lets me know that Boise State's really comfortable on here. And I also sort of talked about it a little bit earlier. Seeing Gino on the Omen as well, and not the Astra, kind of gives me a little bit of hint. Once again, speculation, complete paraphrase on this, but kind of gives me the speculation that perhaps not as comfortable on Astra on this map, which lets me know perhaps most other players are also uncomfortable on this map. Because Gino performed well on Astra on every other map. And I understand Omen's still a really good controller and valid for 90% of the maps that are in Valorant map pool, but you were doing good on the Astra beforehand, and on a 3-site map, it seems only valid to go with the Astra. Even pro teams still use them.
Well, unfortunately, so Gino will not go at Astra, but oh, we're getting back into it. And we see a bear. Okay.
There's cracks in
we gotta do a tally here, like 5 bears and 2 elephants. But so far, Skies 16-1. Maze finds a disgusting headshot.
Oh. Everyone getting sprayed down. Oh no! Gets up. He was spray transfer.
Oh, what the? Wait, Knives coming through though. Oh! Knives. Oh no, it was so good, man. But it's still 2v1.
What a chaotic round that ends up happening. Doesn't have Spike yet. It is being pinched at the current moment. This could be absolutely dangerous and no way to tell if he's pinched. Jumping around is going to find J-Bag. Rihanna, the lone one on site, only as alarm bot as piece of their util. And I believe as a Vandal, and the Breach is going to be smart and go for a different site. Rihanna starts to become aware of it.
Spike planted.
Util does have a long thunder. This could actually be extremely dangerous here. This is almost a guaranteed round win, as long as this Breach does not mess it up in any format. Like, there's hardly a way you can lose this round win unless Rihanna challenges you first and finds your head. Oh, no.
Stay out of my way.
Breach is able to find Rihanna instead.
So unfortunately, we will not see a repeat of 13-1. As we have the Rainbow Warriors picking up their second round here in Lotus. We had a nice spray, but then the blind comes through and see Roomba finds 2. Skies isn't able to find the pick, finds 1, but then loses Batorium. Ultimately, in the end, Broncos getting caught, taking these 1v1s. Another elephant. Gotta address the elephant in the room.
J-Bag makes sense. They're using their availability with Flash, so they're not able to find J-Bag, but the Molly goes out. Group of these really great. The Blind's going to go through and get one of the Blind themselves in the process. Who's also submitted going to find Maze.
One down.
Oh, Rihanna finds a nice runaway elimination though, and the Flash coming through evens out the numbers. And we have the Rolling Thunder used. Now Batorium getting a taste of his own medicine.
Last player
Gino
standing.
falls.
The aftershock. DPs are going to go through. And now, heading on round 10. Blue State. 8-2.
Pretty good. Dabbing Kinger.
10-2.
Yes, that is 10 plus 2 equals 12. I can confirm. Math expert here. Nice defuse.
Verify.
Yep.
verified on Twitter. You want to check?
I'm not verified on Twitter.
You don't pay for the blue check mark?
I'm not paying for a blue check. I don't even use Twitter, man.
Fair. Still, guys, 17-3. Kind of insane.
Kind of insane. We have some ultimates too.
Yep.
Sova and Omen, so have to see how that is used. Maze might be able to find some combinations as well. Finds one. Has to run away. Is blinded 17 times over. Recon Dark finds it. Now the Odin spray is coming through. Aldum has to run away. And now is going to use the Hunter's Fury. Find anything? Oh, wait, Sky finds a Colat again?
There has to be a stat for this, right? Like,
Last
there's no way there's
round
not a
in the
stat for
half.
that. Like, there has to be a stat for the amount of clutch you got. Because that's insane.
Oh, that Recon Dart was really good.
I'm starting to notice a trend with their pushes as well. It tends to be a 5-man push almost every time. And the issue is that Golden State's team competition is geared around the ability to put a lot of stoppage on your ability to move forward, especially out of a tight chokehold like C and A, and to perhaps be very careful about where you take fights at Golden State. Team-wise, not afraid to be aggressive. One big back goal for it. One to cover for a second. It doesn't work out. The 40 might come part 2. It is not. On the peak, survive with 33 HP.
Okay. Remember, Aldum just finds
Spike
it.
down.
It's open season. Recon Dart going to use. Finds another. This Odin is bringing down the Thunder, and on the peak has no HP to work with. Has an operator in close quarters. Oh, finds one. A minute to work with.
Oh. 10-2. The final round of the half.
Final round of the half, and it's strong here, 10-2.
3 rounds away from it for Boise State. The biggest thing is I see these chaotic plays that Boise State is going for, and it's paying off. It's getting closer and closer every time. In the beginning, we're able to only lose 1, only lose 2, perhaps lose none at all. But now we're starting to get to the point where, you know, we're sort of in.
Is that a bunny rabbit with a knife? That's I don't know, man. Could be.
Fair. It's okay to speculate.
But
it's okay to be.
More importantly, we'll see if the Broncos can actually continue this momentum. Ooh, Sky finds one. And the flash is still there. A little bit of a bamboozle. Look at the concuss. Aldum finds one. They're lining it up alongside Arariana. They're chasing him down. We have the headsets coming off for some reason.
You stole my kill. Yes, plant the spike, yes.
Broncos need to keep their head in the game.
Still not over. 73 rounds, and it's still 2-2 with pistols. Y has shown the ability to click heads. To respect that to a degree. Rihanna sitting, waiting for her timing.
It's a good spot, good position.
Last player standing.
Rihanna finds the sneaky, cheeky pit. And Aldum finds the other on the frenzy, and now it is 11-2. Not as clean as the Ascent, but it's looking pretty dang close.
Looking pretty close here. What a chaotic round 2 in the beginning here. I mean, just a lot of emotions happening, right? Hawaii gets 3, and we get 2 back, and you know the KJ starts running away. A lot of emotions in that singular round.
Is that a fair? On every single one.
They're looking this up. There's no way they know this.
Yep. They're laughing in the background. I can hear them. Those cheaters. They are cheating. Anyway. See, this is going to be a solo defense by Vittoria. Finds one. That gets traded. Now they know that this spike plant is on A. The question is whether Skies can defend that nade is going to buy a little bit of space. Honda is going to use a little robot. Mariana catches them unawares. Skies as well, and now it is a 4v1. The Alloy has no way out of here, has 33 HP, gets wall banged. And now the Broncos are just one round victory away from taking the series 2-1.
13-2. However, though, Hawaii will be on full buy now. They'll have all the util, they'll have the Vandals, they'll be able to inflict some damage. Strategically speaking, Boise State should just still try and go for the bonus, try to do your damage, try and do your numbers. But I still think Boise State's going to try and close this out.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's a very.
That's very creepy. And like doing a little something. Ram, a little bit of concuss. Guys finds the spray, takes out the raise. Ram. Oh my God! They're lining it up. And Maze finds 2. Miranda says, "Get over here!" Oh, but the TP comes through.
He only has a stinger. Might catch a timing on Altman though. Maybe on J-Bag as well. He does find it with the back. Able to get one. Altman needs to plant on the other side just for safekeeping. Now the other takes to the other side. Might be able to pinch the Omen right here. Do they have a time? They don't have the gun out. But that doesn't matter because the Omen doesn't have the gun out as well. This Rihanna, this Tasia is the last chance for Hawaii. And they get stunned. They're able to get one more in phase. Able to clutch it up and find it in the end. A victory for the Broncos. Pushing all the way to map 3. The Broncos go 3-1, and Hawaii ends up going 0-4 on the season in the last matchup. I'm not 100% sure when playoffs should start, but in terms of the Mountain West, UNLV is also a very strong team, so that's a matchup to look out for at the end of the day. But the Broncos able to pull it away. Player of the game.
Player of the game. I'm going to go with Skies.
Skies? I'm going to go with Maze.
Yes.
I think Maze, being a substitute, pulled out a lot of tricks out of the bag and ended up getting multiple multi-frags, and I think that's a valid player for the player of the game.
Well, we're going to have to see.
Okay. Production, our fate is in your hands. And it's J-Bag.
We got bamboozled.
Yeah. You know, we have bad odds. Let's be honest here. 1 out of 5.
True.
But yes, no, J-Bag 100% was the player to kind of keep an eye on, and had a lot of multi-frags, and definitely deserves to be the player of the game. The player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. J-Bag is Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. Yes,
congratulations to him. Yeah, definitely had a good showing on Ascent. Broncos had to work for it on Pearl.
Oh, this play, yeah. This one's absolutely insane.
All right, let's watch. Oh, yeah, J-Bag just pushes through the wall, gets 2. Oh.
Helps clutch
Little
out the
buddy.
Little Buddy's the real MVP. When are we going to have a player card for Lil Bro?
Lil Bro.
Yeah, J-Bag is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. It's quite late here, so we're going to go ahead and actually wrap it up this time. You will not see me after this top 5 that we have going on. Do we have any final notes, Noah, to close out on?
I think maps 1 and 3 definitely Broncos can feel very good about. You know, Pearl's kind of a weird map, not their choice.
Yeah,
but definitely a strong showing here against the Rainbow Warriors. Broncos feel good.
Yeah, 100%. And as we close out here tonight, we're going to leave you with the top 5 plays of the game presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a 20K bonus with your degree and choice paid for. The Idaho National Guard is the best team out there for you. Go and reach out to them at Twitch at Idaho Guard Gaming. Have a good rest of your night. If you're not home, get home safe. See ya.
But that's not good.
Absolutely massive right there. Oh, and Rihanna. No, you. Oh. No.
Oh! What? What was that?
Out.
Oh.
They have 4 stacks set right now. They have spray.
time transfer. I mean, it still was.
30 seconds.
Now one remaining, and again, only one falls. It is 7 momentum. Ooh, Sky finds one. And the flash is still there. A little bit of a bamboozle, a little bit of a concuss. Almost finds one. They're lining it up alongside Arariana. They're chasing him down. We have the headsets coming up. It's a conspiracy.
Oh, what a great paranoia. Sky's gonna get one in first, second, there's a two. Looking for a third. There's a third.
God!
Oh.
Sky's with a big iron on his hip. Takes out 3. Beautiful blind.
Right around flash. Is going to find anything from inside a Gecko. Can pick that up just one more time. Harbor Wall gets deployed, going to block up the necessary. Viper Pit also gets committed to this as well. Little Bro's going to plant the spike.
Let's go, little bro. Plant the spike. You did your duty.
Darla is going to get one though. Sky